Okay.
Pencils down.
No,
There it is.
drop
Pencils
'em.
down.
All right.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Good one.
Ramble 396.
Way to
that
go.
Was,
Let's
wow,
turn these
man.
lights off. Let's turn the lights
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Let's
Let's, man, hey, we'll
get
see
it
you
all
guys.
out. There
Remember,
we go.
subscribe,
We're
positive
done.
rating, positive text review.
We're
5-star
out of
rating.
here.
See you later. Bye-bye, everybody.
All done.
There we go. Ramble 396 in the books.
Good one.
Maybe the best we've done.
I think so.
Is this our?
I mean, every week I'm like, I don't know how we topped last week,
right?
And we just X-Men 97 the shit out of it.
It's unbelievable how well we do.
What we do.
Why am I adjusting my camera, Eddie, for Ramble OT?
I don't know.
Why does that matter?
Give Ramble OT a little different look than Ramble itself.
I guess. Yeah, I guess. I hate to start Ramble OT off in such a somber note, but
why? Okay.
These fucking people. I really don't. I didn't know it was that difficult to subscribe, give it a 5-star rating, and a positive text review.
I mean, we talked about this on Ramble Radio yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, once a week, is it that much to ask?
I didn't think it'd be this tough. And of course, alt-right Cody is not here today. Carrie Lake has fallen behind in the polls pretty bad. It's
pretty drastically. Yeah. But those polls are fake, but the other ones.
But the ones that say she's winning, they're real.
Those are the real
ones.
Deal. That's how that side works a lot.
That's how it always works.
That's how it always works.
Here we are, man. Ramble 396, motherfucker.
I mean, I could be speaking out of turn here, but we're at Ramble 396, and we just wrapped up Ramble Radio 421.
421.
So what is that? 421 plus 396. We're over 800 combined episodes, right?
Fantastic.
Should we not have over 800 5-star reviews?
What we give these people. You can email us, ramble@theramblepod.com. We're on Twitter, Podcast Ramble1, Instagram, Podcast Ramble, YouTube, The Ramble T. Please go subscribe to our YouTube page.
Please,
that's the big
numbers
one.
Are shit.
That's the one we're asking for is YouTube. Go to ain't nobody got a problem with YouTube. Go to YouTube, subscribe. Actually, do this. Subscribe to Eddie's page, subscribe to my page, subscribe to the Ramble.
Three things.
Then that's going to make it easier for us to give you maybe an occasional live streamed Ramble. That's part of it. So
where you can jump into the comment section and be part of
right then and there.
You can be part of Ramble Nation.
Ramble Nation, brother. You know what? Are we just gonna? Can we just pretend that we're playing the music?
Pretend away.
Is it time? 2 minutes 51 seconds. Sing along if you know the words. Last fire will rise behind those eyes. Black house will rock. Blind boys don't lie. You know this one, Eddie. Immortal fear. That voice so clear. Through broken walls, that scream I hear. And then where do we go? Cry, little sister, thou shalt not fall. Come to your brother, thou shalt unchain me, sister, thou shalt not. Love is with your brother. There we go. Now we're doing this obviously because we're
you
the best.
You put your
around.
heart and soul into every Ramble song.
Thank you.
And for that not to garner,
I don't know what else we have.
A 5-star rating.
I don't know what else we have to do. That, of course, Gerard McCann, "Cry Little Sister," off the Lost Boys soundtrack. Let me ask you something. Now, okay, first off, let's start here.
Yeah. Okay.
I think in the annals of
the annals
of finger banging tunes.
Yes.
That's okay. Right? Cry Little Sister.
That's not a bad one. Not a bad one.
Okay,
no.
Time out. What if you're finger banging a goth chick?
Oh.
I mean, where does that
changes
song?
Everything. That changes everything.
That is.
I mean, what, that or Hurt by 9 Inch Nail? Hurt?
There it is. That's one of those two are walking into the Rumble. One's walking out. Doesn't matter where they are. If they can.
And then if you throw Johnny Cash's cover of Hurt,
I mean,
Finger bang me. Finger
I'll
bang
take
me.
I'll put on black lipstick and we'll goth finger bang. But I would think Cry Little Sister's got to be top 5 goth finger bang. Wouldn't you say?
I mean, you went through a quick goth phase a year or so back.
You're
You had a minute where you were goth. Did you were you more turned on by that?
Yes,
during
absolutely.
your goth phase?
Absolutely. Yeah. No question. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. There was a goth bar I would go to because back in, late 90s, the goth chick was quite the hot commodity.
Quite the hot commodity.
And there was this goth nightclub me and my buddies would go to. We'd be the only guys in like jeans and t-shirts, but let me tell you something. That song would play. It was like look, I'm gonna say this. I think Cry Little Sister is the goth back that ass up. You know what I mean?
That might be. Yeah, I can see that.
They would play that.
Shit went down.
Shit went. I really think Cry Little Sister is the goth back that ass. They would play that shit. There was goth Poon Annie everywhere. Cry. So, enter Sandman for white people.
Yeah.
Back that ass up for everyone up in the club, people. Right?
Yeah.
Any ethnicity up in the club.
And goth chicks.
And goth, it's Cry Little Sister. There it is. Oh, fuck. That's how you knew. That's how you got. You want to get a goth. You want to get some goth Poon Annie on the dance floor, Eddie. Then you play Cry Little Sister. Oh, so far that's our title. But now that we have that out of the way, now that we've already solved goth finger banging.
Yeah, which
we're not
a lot of people said couldn't be done.
Couldn't be.
A lot of people said could not be done.
The critics were so adamant that we could not.
Couldn't be done.
Could
Don't
not
touch
solve
it.
goth
Don't
finger
touch
banging.
it.
Impossible.
Don't go there. Don't touch it.
You have no chance. You have
No
no chance. And look what we did. Love is with you, brother. Now we have to also discuss. God, that might be up there with best around song you associate with a movie. It's Footloose. It's I'm All Right for Caddyshack. It's Holiday Road Vacation. How is it
Vacation.
not Cry Little? It's Neutron Dance for Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
How is Cry Little Sister? Woo! I mean, oh man, that's Now,
yeah.
I got it, Eddie. Something's been weighing on me. It started last night on my Retro Rocha stream, and I was like, God damn it, I need to talk to Eddie about this. This has to be, because I don't know how you feel. I don't know where you land in this. But man, it just hit me. Like I'm playing Metroid Fusion here for the Game Boy Advance.
Right there it is. Bam.
Metroid Fusion.
Bam.
I'm playing that on my stream. Retro Rocha kicking Twitch. Just my name on YouTube. Let's get that plug out of the way. And Eddie, I don't know why. Nothing about Metroid would lead anyone to think this.
Yeah.
But I just got so bummed out about one of my all-time crushes in the 80s. I don't know how this works for you. She was up there for you, but
who was it?
Connie Selica.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if she's one of my top all-time, but she's
Greatest American Hero. She was up there.
I was an admirer of her work. I would put her under Aaron Gray.
Yeah, that's probably
My all-time '80s crushes. Let's see. If I just name Fall Guy. Well, Heather Thomas, Fall Guy.
Heather Thomas, Fall Guy. Oh God.
Probably Heather Locklear from T.J. Hooker.
Yes.
Tawny Katan from Whitesnake videos.
See, I'm gonna go Aaron Gray above her, but Tawny's.
I would go. I had a thing for redheads in the '80s. I don't know why.
There it is. Yeah.
And then Aaron Gray right under her, and then that's when you're getting into the Connie Selica.
Right.
Sort of.
Oh, I. You know what? I have to.
The grandmother from Who's the Boss? That whole area.
Mona, that
that area.
He had a thing for the redheads, man. But I'll tell you what. It was all those. It was Heather Thomas. It was Locklear. But goddamn, when Whitney Houston came on the scene,
Oh yeah, yeah.
woo,
Mm-hmm.
that was Whitney Houston.
something.
She
That was a
kind of
game
crushed
changer.
all of them. She
That was a
kind of
game
crushed
changer.
all of them. But Connie Selica, though, it hurt me to just see what's become. You know,
what's
fucking
become?
John Tesh.
Oh,
She's all.
that's a stain that doesn't come off easy. You got to scrub that one.
I mean, probably. I mean, she's got to be going to the same Trump rallies he goes to.
Yeah, I would imagine they're probably they talk about it over the kitchen table.
That hurt me, man. That was Connie Selica. Just
see, that's why you got to go Heather Thomas. Stay with her because she's
not
follow her on. You follow her on Twitter. She can't find a good word to say about the right.
Oh, really, Heather Thomas?
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's
fun
on
to
the
follow.
good side.
Yeah, she followed me back on Twitter.
Oh my God, Eddie.
My all-time '80s crush followed me back.
And she was in the Fall Guy movie.
She did, yeah. She had a little
cameo
there
at the end. Yeah,
with Ultra MAGA Colt Seavers.
How could she stand being next to that guy? Being that because he went full on, didn't he? Not Gil Gerard? What's his name? Lee Majors. Lee Majors went full on.
He's
right?
deep, yeah. He's deep, MAGA.
He's deep. Him and Chuck.
Deep.
Dude, he think. Let's do a quick one. Let's just toss this out there. Lee Majors, Chuck Woolery. Who walks out? Who walk? You put him in a cage match. Who's walking?
I think I go Lee Majors.
I think Lee Majors. I think Lee Majors beats the fuck out of him.
I think he beats the fuck out of him because I think Lee Majors is still tough. He may be a MAGA dipshit, but
right, he can still toss.
Chuck Woolery's a flincher. He's gonna flinch every time.
Chuck
I mean, one dude was the fall guy. The other guy was the host of the Love Connection.
That's true.
Come on.
Hey, I know.
Come on.
I thought I'd put it out there.
$6 million man is gonna whoop the shit out of Love Connection.
No question. Fuck him up. But it sucked. It just sucked that we had that Connie Selica, who
was too bad.
Now is just all.
It's too bad.
John Tesh. See, I don't know. Did he indoctrinate her, or did they meet at like some Hollywood Christian mingle party? You know what
Probably
I mean?
that.
Like that. You
I'm
think
saying
that's
that.
probably
I'm
you think
thinking
that's it.
that.
You thinking there was no hope from the beginning
I think there's no
with
hope.
the
I think she
cells.
may have been lost way before,
with the cells. You say this.
and she found her star-crossed lover in John Tesh.
All right then. So here we
How
go.
how boring was that missionary two-pump set?
Oh God!
How boring.
What a waste of getting to point Connie Selica. What an absolute waste.
Just 3-pump trumpet and snore.
Oh fuck! And if this didn't produce a child, well, it's your fault, Connie. We're gonna have to try again in order to produce a child.
This isn't for our pleasure. This is for the procreating.
Oh fuck me! Oh fuck! which now we're gonna do this, Eddie. We're gonna real quick. Okay, I think I'm just gonna try to give you a taste of what's to come with today's ramble.
All right, lay it on me.
Who do you think's packing the bigger hog? John Tesh, Yanni. There. Who's packing more heat down there?
See, you know what? I might go against what the people are think I'm going to say, but I'm going to say John Tesh is probably.
You think John Tesh more than Yanni?
Because Yanni has talent. And that's why Yanni's been around, because Yanni has maintained his talent.
So you think John Tesh, you think he's like one of those weird, like, lumbering rednecks that just got this massive hog?
Yeah,
doesn't know what to do with
I think it's the only thing that's kept him in this business is that massive giant hog, though he doesn't know how to use it. Because Yanni is talented. I'm sorry, Yanni is talented. I don't enjoy his music, but he's talented.
Why can't
I don't
Yanni
think John
get a
Tesh
shot
is-
at the NBA theme? Why can't we? Let's see what Yanni could do with it.
Let's see him do Sunday Night Football.
Let's get Yanni out there. Fuck. Let's see what Yanni can do. So I'm gonna prepare you then right now because
Okay.
I think our final segment is the steel cage is being lowered and it's Yanni and John Tesh.
All right.
Is
Ooh.
is Enya like the Miss Elizabeth of this?
Ooh.
Is Enya like is she the Miss Elizabeth? Oh fuck! But now,
Yeah.
so you think Tesh has?
I
the
think
bigger
Tesh is
hog.
packing the bigger meat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he's got a fucking salami down there.
But I also think he's weird about, like, I think he's insecure enough that he probably keeps Connie away from Yanni if they're going on like a double headline.
Yeah, because
tour.
like I said, Tesh doesn't know how to use it. Yanni
Right.
knows. Yanni's got talent.
Wasn't Yanni fucking the Crystal Light chick?
I think so.
Right?
Yanni knows how to play. Yanni can play a flute.
Yeah.
So,
Can he ever?
He knows
Can
what to do
he-
with the flute.
Wait, let me see. Who was Yanni? Was fucking? I think the fucking
The Crystal Light chick.
Yeah. What was her name? Fucking the Crystal Light chick. Fuck, man. Let's see. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go to his Wikipedia page. We know about his Eddie. We all know about his career.
Yeah,
Jesus. I mean, come on.
legendary. I still think he should do either the Sunday Night Football theme.
I want to let him get a shot. Let
Just
him get
one
a shot.
What's the harm of one game?
How could this be bad? To just all right, look.
On
Let's
Sunday
let Yanni,
night.
like let's have Yanni. I wouldn't be mad if he give him Linda Evans.
Linda Evans. She was
shit.
Was she what soap was she? Dynasty or was that Knots Landing? What was she
We're
on?
gonna find out.
She was on one of those.
Dynasty
Knots
was her
Landing was
big
a
one.
spin-off, I think, of Dallas.
Right, of Dallas. Yeah. I remember Knots Landing had the little bird at the end, right?
Yeah.
That was the big shot. Fuck! They divorced.
She couldn't handle it anymore. He was slaying dick way too hard. She couldn't take it anymore.
She's like, I can't be with this guy.
I can't come every day, all the
This
time.
much.
I got shit to do. That's probably why Conicelica's with Tesh, because she's a busy woman. She's doing shit.
I don't have to worry.
I don't have to worry about coming.
Oh fuck. Yeah, this is a heavy John Tesh Yanni. So let's go to a Super Nintendo game that should have been.
Okay.
And it's John Tesh trying to spread the word of the Lord after every Entertainment Tonight interview he did. Like, I think that's the game.
Now, is every interview a different level? And he's doing the interview, that's every level is a different boss. That's
Right,
who he's
the
interviewing.
final boss is like Aleister Crowley.
It's like Jack Nicholson is the final boss.
Yeah,
He's got to try to convince Nicholson to go with Christ.
he's got to convert Nicholson. Are there mini games where you kind of he has to stop Connie Celica from going to Yanni's tent?
Yeah, where there's like a keyboard on the screen and you have to hit the right buttons and you got to play her a love song to keep her away from Yanni because Yanni's over there with the flute
And she can't stop that.
you can't stop that
It's like
puss siren.
She's walking straight up.
That's a puss tractor beam. Yanni's flute is a puss tractor beam.
Oh, wait a minute. Is Zamfir the special guest referee for Yanni John Tesh?
Maybe he's doing play-by-play. Maybe he's out there at the announcer's table.
He's pan fluting he's just blowing the pan flute to announce who's winning or not. So all right, so I guess it starts with the Entertainment Tonight, like a 16-bit rendering of the Entertainment Tonight set.
The ET logo. Yeah.
Still photo of Tesh smiling.
In his 16-bit glory.
Okay, let's start. What's the cover? What's the box art? What do you think is the cover of the game?
I think it's him in one of those like director type chairs sitting there, right? And with the ET set behind him, right? But he's holding a Bible. Like right, he's got a Bible in his hand. And every stage is an interview where he's sitting there interviewing the guy, and it's sort of like you're asking questions and answering questions on the interview, but you have to pick and choose your moments to slip in a Christy question. Yeah.
And if you get it
wrong, Jesus-y question.
If you get it wrong, they just get up and leave.
They get up and leave. And the interview's over.
Now, is there a password system, or is this like if you fuck? Like, let's say you're at Nicholson and you fuck up. Do you have to start at Ricky Schroeder? Do you go all the way back to the beginning, level one?
Level one, where it's Kirk Cameron, not a problem.
Kirk Cameron's the easy one.
He's level one.
It's like a tutorial. Kirk Cameron's almost like a tutorial, just showing you how.
He's like that first guy in Punch Out, the guy who just beat the fuck out of him. Punch Out.
Glass Joe. He's just like. He's just the first guy. It's super easy. Takes two questions.
Converted. He's converted. First question is like, have you read the good book? And he's like, yes. And then fucking interview's over.
Bing, 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 bing. But if you fuck up with Nicholson, you don't restart at Nicholson. You go back to Cameron.
You got to go all the way back. Yeah.
You go all the way back.
Unless there's maybe different save points, Do
we even have that? Like that kind of is just one of those games that it didn't really take off because of the difficulty level. Because of like you fucked up once, you're right back at Kirk Cameron. Oh fuck! Or
maybe there's that side mission where when you get Connie Selica back from Yanni, you get infinite lives.
Oh, that might help. Right? You get like it's like the Konami code in Contra. If you can stop Connie Selica from fucking Yanni,
if you can make Connie Selica come. You get infinite lives.
You get just
ABBA. Upright.
The code they put in there.
Up, down, left, right, A, B, A, B.
So Nicholson, you're saying Nicholson's the final boss?
I think Nicholson's the final. Maybe not the most difficult. Maybe you get like
Telly Savalas has got to be a tough one. Telly's got to be a tough one. I'm thinking.
Nick Nolte's probably not easy.
Nick Nolte.
He's probably not an easy one.
Are Nolte and Christopherson just like a double? Like it's the two bosses? Like there's phases. Like Chris, if you beat
it's a double-headed. It's one body, but both their heads.
Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte and Chris Christopherson.
It's like
and that level's hard because you're getting two sets of questions coming at you, and you got to answer both, and you got to ask both.
You got to pick the right ones. Oh, now
what question to ask which head? Sure.
If you walk past this in a store, do you rent this or do you buy this sight unseen $79.99? You have your allowance money. You can get one Super Nintendo game. I think I'd have to rent.
I think I'd have to rent.
I think I would have to rent it.
I'd have to rent. Maybe purchase later if I'm into it, but I think if it's just John Tesh on the cover for $80, I gotta rent it.
You gotta rent it. What if you get to Nicholson every time during the rental but fuck it up? Do you then want to try to buy it? To like, okay, I gotta finish this. We gotta
I gotta convert Nicholson. I just gotta make him a believer.
Oh fuck!
And then maybe the bonus level is once you convert Nicholson, right?
Yeah.
The bonus hidden level is you and Nicholson go to Vegas,
and you have to.
It's
not over.
And you're walking through a casino, and he's behind you, and you're fighting off.
There's fucking hookers. There's gambling.
Cocaine is flying at you. You have to get him through Vegas. complete the game.
That's the final stage. The secret ending. If you can do a perfect score on Nicholson, if you get through Nicholson in a perfect score, then you have to take him to Vegas. Now, is Kirk Cameron a sidekick at that point? Like, is it a 2-player game at that point?
I think you have like that utility belt thing where you can call in different things. There's like a Kirk Cameron thing you can call in. You can call in who's the other guy, the Bible guy, Bible man?
Willie Ames.
Willie Ames. He's there. He's there if you need him. But you only get one. You only get him once.
Those are your first two. It's Cameron and Willie Ames. Those are your first two.
But you only get them once. Save those to the end.
Right.
Once you get to like the bunny ranch, wait till you get to the bunny ranch to call it.
That's when you need to call in Cameron or Willie Ames.
Don't blow them in the casino or the strip or the Spearmint Rhino.
You ain't even ready. They ain't even ready for that.
Where they get the private lap dance at the Spearmint Rhino. You may need Willie Ames.
That's when you get Willie Ames to come in. Oh fuck! Who wouldn't play this game, Eddie?
I might buy it now. That I've talked.
Then you buy it with this bonus level.
That bonus level might have me buying it.
If you knew about it, like if your cousin played it and told you, "Oh my god,
you got to get a perfect score on Nicholson."
Right. So definitely the Vega, Balrog, Sagat are Chris Christopherson, Nick Nolte, Telly Savalas, and then
Jack Nicholson.
Oh fuck! And again, it's opening levels. It's Cameron. It's Willie Ames. Tom Landry. Landry, oh please, Landry, just an easy. I don't know why he'd be on Entertainment Tonight, but we got this. Landry's an easy sell.
Pretty much any football coach is just any NFL coach ever. You got any NFL coach for sure.
They're all easy. They're easy sells. When do you think it starts getting tough? When's like the first like ooh?
Oh, this one. Oh. Maybe like a Ben Affleck.
I'm thinking Sheen.
Oh, Charlie Sheen. Yeah,
Charlie Sheen. Or you know,
somebody with some substance abuse problems where you're trying to get them to okay, walk the path, but they're too pulled by the
Who would be like in Mortal Kombat, the reptile, the hidden? I would go like young Trent Reznor.
Oh,
like you know
that's
what
a good one.
Like, that's like
yeah.
Like that's the hidden stage midway through the game. Like,
maybe like a Jenna Jameson, like a former porn star.
That'd be it. Yeah.
Because sometimes those porn stars they go religious afterwards.
Right. So that might be easy. It might be easier than you think. But
yeah, just got to say the right thing.
Yeah, but you say the wrong thing and they're right back on set.
They're blowing people. It's.
John Tesh converting, spreading Christianity on entertainment. Whew. Now it's Eddie, are we just not creating the ultimate library of Super Nintendo games right now?
Dude, I'm jealous of this. I wish this library existed.
I
wish it existed.
Now, here we go. It's time for you're the best around. Nothing's going to ever keep you down. And we talked about this last week. This is the one thing we knew we'd have today.
All right.
And of course, the Lost Boys song was kind of the tease. Who's the best Corey? I know for the most part it was Haim and Feldman, but I'm throwing Corey Hart. I don't see how you can't have Corey Hart as part of this. Right. I don't think it's fair to Corey Hart to leave him out of this.
Now, if we're doing our little retrospective on the Corey,
yep,
Haim was probably he got the shot at being the leading man before Feldman, right? Like Feldman was always
I
sort
don't
of
know
the
if Feldman
character.
ever got that shot. Feldman was always the
Yeah,
sidekick, a little
he was
best
always
friend.
the comic relief, sort
Yeah.
of.
Dream a Little Dream, License to Drive. I think Dream a Little Dream was the only one where they were kind of like the co-leads.
Right.
But then also that
Haim
was the
sort of-
beginning of the end.
Yeah,
You know
that
what I
was-
mean? That was kind
Yeah.
of the beginning of the end for him. So
Yeah.
I'm not blaming Feldman for that. I'm just saying, factually, that's how it went down.
Yeah. I mean, Haim was more of the leading one in Hollywood's eyes, anyway. I think he was more of the more presentable one, whereas
Right.
Feldman was always more of the comic relief type.
But when Feldman wasn't the guy, he knocked it out of the park and everything. He just
Stand by Me.
Stand by Me. He
man.
was incredible. He was
Incredible, that
fucking
movie.
incredible in Stand by Me. Like literally, that was I think he was the best part of Stand by Me. Like I honestly think he was the best part of acting wise. He was.
He might have been.
incredible.
Yeah, he
He
might
was
have been.
incredible in that. I was so torn between all three of them. But when I talked to Andrea, I was like, and she's like, the Who's? You know, she a little bit before her time, just a smidge.
Did you put the ball gag back in her mouth after you asked her the question?
Absolutely. Smacked her like the But you know what she did know? You know what she knew? Never surrender, and I wear my sunglasses at night. I think it's him because
Heart.
I think it's Hart because he's still there. Like he could actually, that dude could probably put butts in seats if he was on some '80s revival tour.
Yeah.
You know, he's got. So I think like, part of me. I mean, there's such a great case for each one. Haim burned the brightest.
Yeah.
Feldman was the better actor, right? Feldman was just
I think
solid.
so.
He was the
think
solid. Just if you put Feldman in your movie, you weren't going to get a bad performance out of it.
Up to a certain point.
Yeah,
Up to a certain point. After Dream a Little Dream, it got dicey.
that was the end. But Mike, what a body of work before The Goonies.
Yeah.
Fucking Friday the 13th. Gremlins.
Stand by Me.
Stand by Me.
They were both in Lost Boys, right?
They were both in Lost Boys. It was.
So
So
I think
part
I go
of me
Feldman.
thinks
I think I go Feldman.
you think you go Haim for the burn the brightest, but then Feldman I think had the best acting career. Hart clearly had the best career, right?
Yeah.
because he's still
I think-
relevant. He's still around in that way. But I mean, my heart wants to say Feldman. Logically, objectively, I think it's Corey Hart. My heart wants to say Corey Feldman though. This is fucking brutal.
I'm going with Feldman just because of what he did in Goonies and the legacy that Goonies still has today.
Yeah.
The fandom that Goonies still
He was
has
the
today.
funniest part of that movie. Think about
as well. Yeah.
that. Like him.
Him and Martha Plimpton just not. They just carried that movie.
I mean, Feldman was the funniest. He literally was the funniest
funniest
Goonie.
one.
It
Yeah.
was all the like it. I mean, yes,
And Chunk was funny.
Chunk was
they were all-
great. Chunk getting interrogated. Had it
Was
not been
hilarious.
for Feldman, Chunk getting interrogated is the funniest scene in the whole movie.
Yes.
But I think it's Feldman doing the translating at the beginning.
Yeah.
That was the one. And it's fucking tough. And God, he was great in Friday the 13th, great in Goonies.
I gotta go with Feldman just because of
Wait,
the.
let me see. Was
I gotta go
Haim
with
in
Feldman.
Friday the 13th too? I don't
Was he?
remember.
I know they were both in Lost Boys, but I don't know if they were both in Friday the 13th.
Let's see. Let's take a look. We're just gonna. I mean, and then they also were in Blown Away. I think they both got to boink Nicole Eggert in that one. God, Haim, that was a rough one. You know, we lost him in 2010. Don't think I wasn't blasting "Cry Little Sister" when he passed away. Don't tell me. No, he was not. He was. Oh God, this hurts. This hurts.
What?
Ew. In 1995,
Yeah.
I want you. Do you have? Are you able to access Wikipedia?
Yeah.
now?
Yeah. I can ask what am I pulling up?
Corey Haim's Wikipedia page,
Uh,
and then go to filmography. And then in
okay.
1995, oh, I forgot. Feldman was also the voice of Donatello.
Yes. That's right. In the all right, 1995.
He plays Tommy Jarvis, the person who will defeat Jason. I think you're right.
Dream a Little Dream 2.
Yes, look at that cover.
Directive. Oh my God.
The cover itself, I think it hurts. It hurts. It hurts Feldman's leg.
It hurts. It hurts Feldman. Well, it hurts. I think it hurts Haim more than Feldman.
The outfit?
Yeah. Because you already knew this about Feldman.
That's true. Okay, and you know what? You're now look.
And Feldman looks comfortable in what he's doing. Haim does not look comfortable.
He really. You know what? I'm with you. I think Feldman now too, a little bit owns a little bit of how ridiculous the 80s were, right? Like, I think Feldman has a little bit of self-deprecation about him, right?
Do you think? Because this whole singing thing he's doing.
Well,
is he in on that? I don't think he's in on that.
No, not that. But I do think and I also applaud the fact that he's like, look, man, we were destroyed by, you know what I mean? Like, by the business and what happened to him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And then did you hear what he said about Michael Jackson, Corey Feldman?
No, what'd he say?
And I think you're right. First of all, it's Feldman. I'm changing my tune. No question, it's Feldman. He initially denied he was friends with Jackson, right?
Yeah.
And he spoke out against it. But then after leaving Neverland, he called. He said that Jackson was never inappropriate. He called the documentary one-sided. But a few days later, he did say he could no longer defend Michael Jackson because it comes to a point where, as an advocate for victims, it becomes impossible for me to remain virtuous and not at least consider what's being said. He said, I stand with all victims. However, that will never negate the times and memories we shared. Those are our experiences. While I was a victim of molestation, my time with Michael Jackson was pure and innocent. That's the person I choose to remember. So like that, he really did do the ultimate right down the middle take there.
Right.
I think you're right. I think it's Feldman. I think he's the greatest Corey.
I think he's the all-time greatest Corey.
The all-time great. I think, given everything that happened to him, and I sincerely mean everything from being molested as a child actor, right, to going through all the bullshit of a child actor, to then having your best friend die.
Yeah.
When you're still, and to not, that dude could be way derailed. You know what I mean?
He could be dead. The fact he's still alive is shocking.
Right. So kudos to, the
fact he's still alive is shocking.
Feldman wins. Greatest Corey. Yeah. There it is. And my God, he was Donatello.
If you need another reason to put him over the top.
Can I say something controversial?
Okay.
What upset me, because by the way, I will admit this, Corey Feldman was my favorite Corey. I was a huge Feldman.
Yeah, me
After
too.
Stand By Me. Well,
Goonies.
Goonies and Stand By Me, I'm like, he was my favorite actor. And I will say this, should have been Raphael. I'm just going to put that out there. I know it's controversial. He should have been the voice of Raphael.
Does that movie age better if he's Raphael?
I think it does. He should have been Raphael. That's him. That's Mouth from the Goonies. Yeah. It's the same fucking character.
Who played Raphael in?
That's a good question. I don't even know. Let's find out. But it was. I think it should have been him.
What if it's John Tesh? What if it's John Tesh?
Just fucking salt in the wound. He was fucking Connie Seliga while recording it. Imagine how hard that would have been. Imagine how tough that would have been.
That's a tough one. It's a tough L to take.
God, that would have been. All right, let's see. I'll get you right now. I'm gonna be. I don't know who it was, but it's gonna upset me. I'm sure. Voice cat. Josh Pies.
Not familiar with his work.
Yeah, I mean, he's been in some Ray Donovan episodes.
Okay, I'm sure, but not.
Come on.
I mean, come on.
I really think they dropped the Feldman. Should have been Raphael. That was if anyone was ready-made. Anyway,
To be Raphael, yeah.
well, the steel cage has been lowered, Eddie.
Okay.
Here we go.
Are we going?
Yanni. John Tesh. Have we decided? Is Zamfir?
Does Zamfir come out to play Yanni into the ring? Does Zamfir come out with the pipes?
Well, he can't be the referee if he's playing Yanni in. You know what I mean? Like, what bias would that be? What bias is that if he comes out? If he comes out. Who
was John Tesh's co-host on Entertainment Tonight? What was her name?
Oh God, that's a great question.
What was her name? Does she escort John Tesh to the ring?
Or should it be Celica?
Or should it be Connie Celica?
I mean, wait, is he still? Wait a minute. I just saw. Wait a minute. Hold on. The first thing that came up when you type in John Tesh, it says John Tesh, Connie Celica divorce. But no, they're still married according to Wikipedia.
Oh,
fuck. Do you know that in the 70s, John Tesh briefly dated Oprah Winfrey? I mean,
he's got a hog. He's got
a.
I'm telling you.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. I don't think he knows how to use it, but he's got one. I think rumor got through. Everybody's like, well, let me give it a shot. I know how I can work with it.
Lisa Gibbons. That was one of his ET co-hosts, Lisa Gibbons, right, for a minute.
Yeah.
He was on Entertainment, but he was there for 10 years. I'll tell you this. I don't know, does this help or hurt John? Or does this help John Tesh or hurt one of the greatest science fiction franchises ever? Tesh appeared in an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation playing a Klingon warrior.
Oh, that's tough. Again, I think this just reinforces Kirk was the better captain. Kirk was the better captain.
It's Kirk. You're right. It's Kirk, man. It is absolutely Kirk. It's that does it. Lisa Gibbons was the big one on ET. Right. Lisa Gibbons and John Tesh. Does Lisa Gibbons escort Tesh to the ring? Now again, is Enya like the Miss Elizabeth of this between?
Is that what this is really about?
What do you think? What do you think? If this Oh fuck! So have we decided? Is Zamfir the ref or is he Yanni's valet?
I guess he's the ref. Let's make him the ref.
All right,
let's make him the ref. Zamfir's the ref.
You know what I think is sad about this match, though, is he gets the biggest pop. I mean, could you imagine the arena goes black and they just hear a pan flute? Can you imagine? Everybody knows what that means.
Is this what happened? Is this when Goldberg wrestled Lesnar and then Austin was the ref?
He got the biggest pop. This is just. Imagine the pop when Zamfir comes out first. Then I think Tesh is next. I think Tesh comes out. Right? Okay. I think Tesh, and then it's Yanni. Am I doing this right, do you think?
Yeah. So far so good.
Tesh and then Yanni. Now the question is Enya the Miss Elizabeth and all this, or are we just pretending is it Connie Celica on one side and all the puss Yanni gets? In his
just his stable of puss.
His stable of puss. What? Or
like the hoe. It's like the hoe train from The Godfather. It's just.
What do you think? What makes more sense, Eddie? Enya being Miss Elizabeth, or
I think more compelling is if she's Enya. The Miss Elizabeth. Right. I think that's the more compelling story. That's the better story.
So in this universe, Connie Celica is not married to Tesh. Tesh and Yanni, and it's over. It's over Enya. Now here's how I see this going, where Yanni gets the upper hand, kind of early, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Then, Enya, and not doing this nefariously.
Sure.
She's like, God, let me just grab that pan flute. You know what I mean? So she walks over to pick up the pan flute. Zamfir turns around, and that's when Tesh low blows Yanni. Okay?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
Drops, and then the old Ric Flair crotch shot. Yeah.
Ric Flair crotch shot. So totally changes the momentum. And Flair is, and then Tesh is just working Yanni now, right?
Okay.
What do you think Tesh's finisher is?
I think it's sort of you prop up in the corner, almost like the Rikishi butt smear, right?
Right.
But he goes face first and just
It's the dong.
And just it just fucking slaps him with that garden hose between his legs. Just
so he does that. He pins Yanni. Yanni kicks out at 2.5.
Oh, okay.
Right, and then Tesh starts getting on Zamfir. Right, like he's very upset at
something's not right here. I gotta get order back in this ring. Yeah,
and he's just like this the whole match. Are we agreed?
Just torn up.
And then
doesn't know what to do. Yeah,
doesn't know what to do. So then Tesh picks up Yanni by the hair. Right.
Okay.
Gives him another dong slap. Okay, that's it. 1, 2. Bam! Shoulder goes up again.
Another last minute kick out, sure.
And Tesh is now
another false finish.
He's so mad. He's screaming at Zamfir, right? He's screaming at him.
Stop using your dick.
Right. He's telling Zamfir,
Zamfir's mad at him.
Right. This is I'm pissed. This isn't right. This isn't gonna, and then this is where it gets ugly. Okay. This is where it gets ugly. Kirk Cameron charges out. Picks up the pan flute while Zamfir is arguing with Tesh. Knocks Zamfir out cold.
Oh, okay. So now we're refless now.
We're refless.
Refless. Zamfir's bloodied on the mat.
And now it's Cameron.
Tesh and Cameron working over Yanni.
Working over Yanni. They're just there.
Now, is Cameron like signaling for them to lower a giant cross down from the middle of the ring?
Of course.
So they're gonna crucify Yanni.
Like we saw with the Tilton match. They're gonna bring the crucifix out like with the Tilton match. He's calling for it. And first of all, how loud are the boos right now, Eddie?
Oh, they're throwing stuff. Chairs. It's an ECW match at this point. They're just garbage and littering the ring. They're booing so hard.
And then, all of a sudden, okay, you just hear like this weird flutish noise start playing.
Oh, okay.
And then,
no, before this, while it's lowering down, they're booing. Cameron's on the microphone reciting the Lord's Prayer.
Oh,
as loud as he can.
Like
just
angrily,
screaming,
"Our Father who art in heaven."
Right. And then that's when you hear the flute because it cuts the mic off.
And he looks, and then you just see like a bunch of guys. That's right. Tell me which is better, Eddie.
All right.
A bunch of guys who work the keyboard section at Guitar Center. Or some of the members of Dream Theater. Who do you think comes out to save Yanni? What makes more sense?
I'm going Guitar Center.
I'm going Guitar Center too.
I'm going Guitar Center, guys. Couple of keyboardists,
keyboard section Guitar Center.
One guitar guy comes out,
and they all have like the balding mullets, right?
Yes.
They all have like the very, very thin on top balding mullets, and they're
And the guitar guy doesn't even work for Guitar Center. He just goes there to play the guitar.
He's there to hang out and play jam.
But there's
guys.
But there's a Guitar Center guy running behind him who's got a bunch of guitar strings.
Right. Ready. Does Cameron even try, or does Cameron scatter? What do you think?
I think Cameron scatters. I think he scatters.
Sees him,
he drops the mic. He's gone. He's out.
Scatters.
If Willie Ames is there, maybe he sticks around. But if it's just him by himself,
Willie Ames doesn't even have the balls to show up for this. That's a problem. And that's this. So as this is happening, Yanni is slowly coming to. What do you think Yanni's finisher is? I think it's a weird, like, outsider's edge kind of thing. Razor's edge kind of move.
Okay.
That's what that's what I see. I don't know.
Maybe. I'm just spitballing.
I'm ready.
Okay, take the camel clutch, right?
Yeah. Oh.
But instead of the guy laying face down, putting the arms behind him, Yanni has the guy on his back, pulls him up between his legs like this, so now his face is facing him.
Right in his crotch.
And he's got his hands around the back of his neck, and Yanni goes into his mouth and just blows into his mouth and suffocates him until he passes out. Because Yanni has all that lung capacity. So he overinflates the opponent's lung until they pass out.
That's perfect. That's a perfect finisher. And so I think Yanni comes to Tesh is just sitting there like, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? He's trying to fight the guys off. What he doesn't realize is Yanni now stands up and he turns Tesh around. Standing drop kick. Because you know Yanni's great with the standing drop kick.
Right. Yeah, of course.
And Tesh just...
He's got a great vertical leap. Standing verticals off the charts.
And then he does his reverse.
Does he give out a signal where he just like plays the air flute? He goes the air flute.
He does it.
He does it.
Wait a minute. How big is the pop when he does it?
Oh, huge. Huge. Everyone's off their feet when he signals for the air flute.
He does like Macho Man. How? Oh, are we just grown men are just crying, hugging each other, jumping up and down?
They're grabbing each other. They're like, "Are you fucking? I can't believe that." They're just. In the words of the late great Gorilla Monsoon, pandemonium.
Pandemonium.
It's pandemonium, brain.
And then he does the finisher, and as Tesh is tapping, right? Because it's a tap out, right?
Yeah, because you can't breathe. You're just
right.
It's like a chokehold.
As Tesh starts to tap, right as Zamfir comes to, and Zamfir looks up, he sees Tesh tapping, and that
rings the bell.
There
he does the double point, double point to the bell. It's not just the one; it's the double point to the bell. The overdramatic double point.
Is that then? Does Zamfir collapse again? Does he?
Yeah, I think he does the point and then drops.
Drops back.
Right.
So it's just
right. And then I think Tesh or Yanni picks up Tesh's body, puts him onto the cross.
Oh yeah,
and hoists him and crucifies Tesh.
John Tesh. It's just the biggest. He sends him up, and then he goes up and stands.
He stands on the turnbuckles, right?
Right.
But no, Enya's down on the floor,
right?
And he's signaling, and she starts throwing flutes to him,
right? He just
like beers for Stone Cold. He's calling for flutes,
doing two at a time.
And he takes him. He'll plays them and he smashes them together and they explode and he calls for.
How big is the pop, Eddie?
Oh,
how big is the celebration? How big is the celebration? Whew.
Man.
And all we're asking, Eddie, is that you subscribe, give it a 5-star rating,
and a positive text review.
That's it. What a ramble. My God, we're going to be back Friday for Ramble Radio, all new. And Eddie is off to see Pearl Jam, which is going to be very exciting.
Boom, 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 boom.
How excited are you? You hyped up for this?
Very excited. Very excited. Very
They're
hyped.
kind of like the Grateful Dead. It's usually a different set list every show, right?
Usually, and they're a great live band.
Yeah,
They're a great live band.
I've still never gotten to see them live, which is a bummer.
They're great live.
Yeah, I've always wanted to see them live. But there we go. Well, Eddie's going to Pearl Jam tonight. We'll be back Friday. Next Ramble, we're for sure going to have the Finger Blast song of the day. How could we not?
Sure.
We'll have the action figure and video game of the week, or we'll do some Gumble Love. And maybe who knows what else? There's so many surprises.
So
after
much.
that.
So much.
But what a John Tesh, Yanni, Corey.
Heavy Ramble.
And it just, and again, can we go back to on a whim, we solved goth finger banging on a whim, Eddie.
That wasn't even part of the show. That was just an aside. That was an aside.
We just did that. So there we go. We love you all. Stay safe out there. June 1st, Eddie and I will be at the Rubicon Theater in Ventura, California.
Ventura.
Get your tickets on my website, the Rubicon's website. Come on, Rubicon. Come on out. We love you guys. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.